Hello and welcome to the 2020 Democrat primary all-in timeline. This means that every single candidate that announced a 2020 bid is in this race still, and it was hectic for me. Out of Iowa, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Out of the delegate count, only 3 candidates were able to break 15%. Bernie Sanders has allocated 20 delegates, Pete Buttigieg has allocated 14, and Elizabeth Warren has allocated 7. Here is the current map thus far. Bernie Sanders leads with 20 delegates. Breaking news. Author Marianne Williamson has announced the end of her 2020 presidential campaign, and she has chosen to endorse Senator Bernie Sanders. Out of New Hampshire, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. And out of New Hampshire, only 2 candidates were able to break the 15% threshold. Bernie Sanders has allocated 16 delegates, and Pete Buttigieg has allocated 8 delegates. Here is the current map. Bernie Sanders leads with 36 delegates in the race. Out of Nevada, Bernie Sanders has won Nevada, that and all of their delegates, as he was the only candidate to break 15%. He allocated 16% of the vote. Any other candidate could not. Second place was Tom Steyer. He allocated 13% of the vote. Here's the current map thus far. Bernie Sanders leads with 72 delegates. Out of South Carolina, Joe Biden has won their state's primary and every single delegate, as he was the only candidate to break 15%. Bernie Sanders was close. He hit 14%, but did not break the 15 delegate threshold, or 15% delegate threshold, excuse me. Here's the current map thus far. Bernie Sanders leads with 72 delegates. Out of Alabama, Joe Biden is the projected winner, winning all of their delegates, being the only candidate to break 15%. Out of American Samoa, Michael Bloomberg is the projected winner. And there was only 2 candidates to break 15% there, Michael Bloomberg of Tulsi Gabbard. Bloomberg allocates 4 delegates out of American Samoa, and Tulsi Gabbard allocates 2. Out of California, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Only 4 candidates broke 15% there. Bernie Sanders allocates 105 delegates. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris both allocate 104, and Pete Buttigieg allocates 102. Out of Colorado, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. This time, again, 4 candidates break 15%. Bernie Sanders has won 32 delegates. Joe Biden wins 23 delegates. John Hickenlooper wins 8 delegates. And Michael Bennet has won 4 delegates. Out of Maine, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. And 2 candidates have broken the 15% threshold in Maine. Bernie Sanders wins 16 delegates, and Joe Biden wins 8 delegates. Out of Massachusetts, Joe Biden is the projected winner, and 3 candidates broke 15% in the state. Joe Biden allocating 48 delegates, Bernie Sanders allocating 32 delegates, and Elizabeth Warren allocating 11 delegates. Out of Minnesota, Amy Klobuchar is the projected winner, and 3 candidates broke 15%. Amy Klobuchar winning 48 delegates, Bernie Sanders winning 19, and Joe Biden winning 8. Out of North Carolina, Joe Biden is the projected winner, and 2 candidates broke 15%, Joe Biden winning 60 delegates and Bernie Sanders winning 50. Out of Oklahoma, Joe Biden is the projected winner, 2 candidates breaking 15%, Joe Biden winning 21 delegates and Bernie Sanders winning 16. Out of Tennessee, Joe Biden is the projected winner, 2 candidates breaking 15% in the state, Joe Biden winning 34 delegates and Bernie Sanders winning 30 delegates. Out of Texas, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner, and 3 candidates broke 15%, Bernie Sanders winning 86 delegates, Joe Biden winning 76, and Beto O'Rourke winning 66. Out of Utah, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. He was the only candidate to break 15% in the state. The same thing goes with Vermont. He's won all of the state of Vermont's delegates. Out of Virginia, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Only 2 candidates broke 15%, Joe Biden winning 54 delegates and Bernie Sanders winning 45. Breaking news. Congressman Eric Swalwell has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign, and he has chosen to endorse Senator Kamala Harris. Congressman Seth Moulton announces the end of his 2020 presidential campaign. He has chosen to endorse Vice President Joe Biden. Former HUD Secretary Julian Castro has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign, and he has chosen to endorse Senator Elizabeth Warren. Former Governor Deval Patrick has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign. He has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden. Billionaire Tom Steyer has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign. He has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden. Here's the current map thus far. Bernie Sanders narrowly leads the field with 548 delegates. He is currently leading the pack. Democrats abroad, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. 4 candidates breaking 15% nationwide. Bernie Sanders has won 7 delegates, Tulsi Gabbard winning 3 delegates, Joe Biden winning 2 delegates, and Michael Bloomberg winning 1 delegate. Out of Idaho, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. 3 candidates breaking 15%, Bernie Sanders with 8 delegates, Joe Biden with 7 delegates, and Elizabeth Warren with 5 delegates. Out of Michigan, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. He is allocated 47 delegates, Joe Biden allocating 40 delegates, and Michael Bloomberg allocating 38 delegates. Out of Mississippi, Joe Biden is the projected winner, and he was the only candidate to break 15% in the state. Out of Missouri, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Only 2 candidates breaking 15% in the state, Joe Biden winning 39 delegates and Bernie Sanders winning 29 delegates. Out of North Dakota, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. 2 candidates broke 15%, Sanders winning 8 delegates and Biden winning 6 delegates. Out of Washington, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. 5 candidates actually broke 15% in the state, Sanders allocating 29 delegates, Biden winning 21 delegates, Warren allocating 17 delegates, Bloomberg winning 13 delegates, and the governor of the state, Jay Inslee, winning 9 delegates. Here is the current map thus far. Joe Biden now has a lead in this race. He is leading with 693 delegates. This could have to do with his ginormous win in Mississippi, though there could be a bunch of other factors as well. Out of the Northern Mariana Islands, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. 3 candidates breaking 15%, Sanders winning 3 delegates, Gabbard winning 2, and Biden winning 1. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden still leading with 694 delegates. Out of Arizona, Joe Biden is the projected winner with 3 candidates breaking 15%. Biden winning 24 delegates, Sanders winning 22, and Buttigieg winning 21. Out of Florida, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. 5 candidates actually broke 15% in the state. Sanders allocating 55 delegates, Biden allocating 49, Elizabeth Warren allocating 41, Michael Bloomberg allocating 38, and Pete Buttigieg allocating 36. Out of Illinois, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Only 2 candidates broke 15%, Joe Biden winning 89 and Senator Sanders winning 66 delegates. Here's the current map thus far, and Joe Biden now has the lead, winning 856 delegates. He currently leads this ginormous pack. Mayor Wayne Massam has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign, and he has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden. Out of Wisconsin, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Only 3 candidates broke 15%, Biden winning 31 delegates, Sanders winning 27, and Warren winning 26. Out of Alaska, Joe Biden is the projected winner. 3 candidates breaking 15%, Joe Biden winning 6 delegates, Bernie Sanders winning 5 delegates, and Mike Gravel winning 4 delegates. Not a lot of people seen this one coming. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden leads the race with 893 delegates. Out of Wyoming, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Only 2 candidates breaking 15% in the state. Bernie Sanders winning 10 delegates and Joe Biden winning 4 delegates. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden leads 897 delegates. Out of Ohio, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. 5 candidates once again breaking 15% in the state. Sanders allocating 34 delegates, Biden allocating 29 delegates, Bloomberg allocating 26 delegates, Warren allocating 25 delegates, and Klobuchar allocating 22 delegates. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden leads with 926 delegates. Breaking news. Congressman Tim Ryan announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign. He has endorsed former Vice President Joe Biden in the process. Out of Kansas, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. He has allocated 21 delegates, while Joe Biden has allocated 18 delegates. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden leads with 944 delegates. Out of Nebraska, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Two candidates breaking 15%, Joe Biden winning 16 delegates and Bernie Sanders winning 13. Here's the current map. Joe Biden leads with 960 delegates. Out of Oregon, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Three candidates have broken the 15% threshold, Sanders winning 24 delegates, Biden winning 19, and Warren winning 18 delegates. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden leads with 979 electoral votes. Delegates. Out of Hawaii, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Only three candidates broke 15%. Sanders winning 10 delegates, Gabbard winning 8 delegates, and Joe Biden winning 6 delegates. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden still leading with 985 delegates. Out of Washington, D.C., Joe Biden is the projected winner. He has won all of their delegates, being the only candidate to break 15%. Out of Indiana, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Four candidates broke 15% in this race. Joe Biden winning 25 delegates, Bernie Sanders winning 21, Pete Buttigieg winning 19, and Elizabeth Warren winning 17. Out of Maryland, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Three candidates broke 15%, Biden winning 36, Bernie Sanders winning 32, and Elizabeth Warren winning 28. Out of Montana, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Three candidates broke 15% in the race, Biden winning 8 delegates, Sanders winning 6 delegates, and the governor of the state, Steve Bullock, winning 5 delegates. Out of New Mexico, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Three candidates have broken the 15% threshold, Sanders winning 13 delegates, Joe Biden winning 11 delegates, and Elizabeth Warren winning 10 delegates. Out of Pennsylvania, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Three candidates broken the 15% threshold, Sanders winning 47, Biden winning 43, and Bloomberg winning 34. Out of Rhode Island, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Two candidates broke 15%, Joe Biden winning 14 delegates and Bernie Sanders winning 12 delegates. Out of South Dakota, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Sanders winning 10 delegates and Joe Biden winning 6 delegates. Here is the current map thus far. Joe Biden leads with 1,146 delegates. Sanders and Biden both have broken 1,000 delegates, and a lot of pundits are starting to worry that this could end up going into a contested convention at the end of the day, but we'll just have to wait and find out. Breaking news. Former Congressman John Delaney has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign and has endorsed former Vice President Joe Biden. Former Congressman Joe Sistak announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign, and he has chosen to endorse Senator Amy Klobuchar. Former Governor John Hickenlooper announces the end of his 2020 presidential campaign and has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden. Senator Michael Bennet has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign, and he has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden. Governor Jay Inslee has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign. He has chosen to endorse Senator Bernie Sanders. Former Senator Mike Gravel has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign. He has chosen to endorse Senator Bernie Sanders. Governor Steve Bullock has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign and has chosen to endorse Senator Amy Klobuchar. Out of Guam, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Three candidates broke 15%, Bernie Sanders winning 4 delegates, and Gabbard and Joe Biden both winning just 1 delegate. Out of the Virgin Islands, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner. Sanders winning 4 delegates, Gabbard winning 2 delegates, and Joe Biden winning 1 delegate. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden leads with 1,148 delegates, a very tight race between Sanders and Biden. Out of Georgia, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Him and Sanders are the only two to break 15%, Biden winning 54 delegates and Sanders winning 51. Out of West Virginia, Bernie Sanders is the projected winner, him and Biden being the only two to break 15%, Sanders winning 15 delegates and Biden winning 13. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden leads with 1,215 delegates. Sanders just right behind him, though, with 1,183 delegates. Out of breaking news, former State Senator Richard Ojeda has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign and has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden. Senator Amy Klobuchar has announced the end of her 2020 presidential campaign. She has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden. Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard has announced the end of her 2020 presidential campaign, and she has chosen to endorse Senator Bernie Sanders. Former Congressman Beto O'Rourke has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign. He has chosen to endorse Senator Bernie Sanders. Out of Kentucky, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Him and Sanders both break 15%, Biden winning 28 delegates, Sanders winning 26. Out of New York, Joe Biden is the projected winner. 3 candidates broke 15%, Biden winning 106, Sanders winning 88, and Michael Bloomberg, even though that says Joe Biden for some reason, he has won 80 delegates. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden leads with 1,349 delegates. Breaking news. Senator Elizabeth Warren has announced the end of her 2020 presidential campaign, and she has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden, which is a big blow to progressives all around the country. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign. He has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden. Former South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign and has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden. Senator Kamala Harris has announced the end of her 2020 presidential campaign. She has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden, as he's been getting many endorsements this week leading up to the next set of primaries. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand has announced the end of her 2020 presidential campaign and has chosen to endorse Senator Bernie Sanders. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign and he has chosen to endorse Senator Bernie Sanders. Entrepreneur Andrew Yang has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign, and he has chosen to endorse Senator Bernie Sanders. Out of Arkansas, Joe Biden is the projected winner, winning all of their delegates. Out of Delaware, same thing with Delaware. He's won all of Delaware's delegates. Out of New Jersey, though, it is much more contested as Joe Biden is the projected winner. Him and Sanders both breaking 15%, Biden winning 70 delegates and Sanders winning 56. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden now has 1,471 delegates. Breaking news. Senator Cory Booker has announced the end of his 2020 presidential campaign and has chosen to endorse former Vice President Joe Biden. Out of Louisiana, Joe Biden is the projected winner, winning all of their delegates. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden now leads with 1,525 delegates. Out of Connecticut, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Out of Connecticut, Biden and Sanders both breaking 15%, Biden winning 33 delegates and Sanders winning 27. Here's the current map thus far. Joe Biden currently leads with 1,558 delegates. Out of Puerto Rico, Joe Biden is the projected winner. Out of Puerto Rico, Biden and Sanders both have broken 15%, Biden winning 33 delegates and Sanders winning 18. Here is the current map thus far. Neither candidate has broken 1,991 delegates, so we are going to have to go into a contested convention where we have to go through multiple ballots. Former Vice President Joe Biden has officially won the 2020 Democrat nomination on the 11th ballot. Has secured 2,402 delegates at the end of the convention. This was a tough contested convention. Multiple delegates having to switching from certain candidates to either Biden or Sanders willingly, of course. But it was a very tough convention where states that were originally called for Biden went to Sanders, and states that were originally called for Sanders went to Biden, and vice versa. Here is the final map. Of course, 5 candidates remained on the 11th ballot, securing delegates. 5th place, we had Pete Buttigieg with 200 delegates. 4th place, Elizabeth Warren with 205 delegates. third place, Michael Bloomberg with 234 delegates. In second place, Bernie Sanders with 1,709 delegates. And Joe Biden with 2,402 delegates. This was a very tough election, tough convention. But Joe Biden has secured the victory and is now the 2020 Democrat nominee, as we will find out who his running mate will be come the next few weeks. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Chaotic One saying peace.